Good evening, everyone. We've had a nice couple of fall days as we go into this Columbus Day weekend. Maybe you've been thinking about doing some apple picking. We still got another holiday for tomorrow, perhaps a day off for you as well. Maybe you're also doing some leaf peeping, and we're starting to see the full peak conditions being attained as you get through much of Vermont and up into northern New Hampshire. A lot of color now coming down to much of central Massachusetts, northwestern Connecticut, and several splashes of color now showing up through Rhode Island and southeastern Mass. And of course, start thinking about this time of the year, the days getting shorter and shorter. Well, we've kind of been tracking the sunset. We just had our sunset about 20 minutes ago, and another week and a half. That sunset is going to be before 6 o'clock. On October 23rd, it'll be 5:54. But check this out. Yeah, daylight savings time is going to come to an end on November 6th. So when we hit right around November 8th, that sunset now 4:30 in the late afternoon. Ugh, tough to take. You really just don't want to admit it, do you? But right now, here's a look at that sunset. The horizon right now, we still have some nice color in the sky, basically looking at mainly clear conditions, but you can see that cloud deck off to the west, just a cloud patch that's going to come through in the next few hours. Temperature right now in Providence is at 58 degrees. The wind is dying down. It was a little breezy this afternoon, but not too bad. And temperatures around the region, you can see for the most part, are still in the upper 50s at this hour, but they're going to be dropping off about 4 or 5 degrees just in the next hour or so, going down quickly now that we've lost any heating of the day. As I look across the country, there is still that cool pool of air that's been through the Great Lakes, but it is receding, so there is a trend for warmer temperatures to work northward and head in our direction as well. Not much is happening weather-wise across the country. It's pretty much dominated by high pressure from the Pacific Northwest all the way to the mid-Atlantic states. This little cool front will traverse the area for tomorrow, just throwing some clouds our way. And then finally, as we get towards the latter portion of the week, mainly Thursday night and Friday, there'll be another system diving down out of Canada that will present us with our next threat of rain. But here's what's going to be playing out. This front comes on through for tomorrow, just some clouds for the most part. If there's a shower or sprinkle around, I look to see that happening pretty far to our north, maybe north of the Route 2 area in Massachusetts into southern New Hampshire. But otherwise, it's high pressure that's in control, and it's going to stay with us for a few more days. In fact, as it gets off the coast to our south, warmer temperatures are going to be pushing back in our direction, meaning we're going to be heading back towards 70 degrees. And then that next rain threat that I mentioned, well, here it is. It's really not going to be working in until about Thursday night or Friday, but it could come in with some thunderstorm activity as well. Let's take a little closer look, though, over the next 48 hours, see how things play out for you. Again, a cool start to the morning, but not as chilly as this morning, just a few cloud patches around. And during the course of the day, it's kind of a mixture of sun and clouds. We're going to be in the mid-60s for highs for tomorrow. Notice any sprinkle activity well off to the north. And then mainly clear again for tomorrow night. A little less cool again, into the mid-40s for lows, and then bright sunshine during the day on Tuesday gets us back into the mid and upper 60s. So as we recap things, we're going to be seeing a nice, pleasant night tonight under that Hunter moonlit sky, not quite as cold as it has been, into the 40s. And looking ahead, dry stretch all the way through Thursday evening, and then the threat for some rain coming in. But notice our high temperatures getting close to 70 degrees Wednesday and Thursday, but some of those rains coming through for Thursday night and Friday could have a few rumbles of thunder before the next weekend arrives with pleasant conditions. And speaking of pleasant conditions, it was a beautiful day in Foxborough today, wasn't it, Nick?